Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Freedom Friday here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot. Obviously, we're joined by Corey and maybe some others today, if they show up. But for topics of the day, we'll be talking about some 2A news, possibility of civil war, starting off in Texas, and obviously the funeral from my mother that will be coming up next week, and why we won't be doing a chat then. So... But, yeah, I just got her her obituary that was posted online here today. So, there's a picture of her there. And I'm kind of upset because I should have put this as just A. Rogers, not P.A. Rogers. Even though technically her middle name was Philomena Ann, but, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she... Yeah, there's her obituary there, and obviously born in Canton. 6 to 7 children. Only my one aunt is younger than her by 18 months, and I found out here yesterday that apparently there was a miscarriage in between the two of them. So, and yeah, then we got all of her places where she worked at and graduated from and all stuff like that, and obviously her being a huge Ohio State Buckeyes fan. I would say she wasn't really like a huge fan of the Browns. I mean, she watched some Browns games, but not a bunch. She was more Indians fan, and then obviously Buckeyes was her main go-to. Obviously, she was preceded in death by my dad, her parents, her brother-in-law, Carl, my Uncle Leo, my Uncle Ralph, Jim, and then my Aunt Cheryl. And I actually wish they had put one of my nieces too, or not nieces, one of my cousins that was one of her grandnieces in this, because she is also preceded in death by that girl. So, but yeah, we'll be having the calling hours next Thursday from 5 to 7. And then we'll be having our funeral next Friday at 11 a.m. So. And then we'll be figuring things out from there about what's going on with the house currently, and if one of the families can actually, some of my cousins and stuff can actually buy the property out or not, or if we're going to have to sell somebody else for that matter. But either way, I'm going to try to set up a GoFundMe here at some point, but I don't know if it's going to do anything or not. So, anyway. We'll obviously talk about Texas momentarily here. One thing I do want to mention, though, is the scumbags, shifting from family stuff to actual news this week. You got a bunch of scumbag-ass Democrats in Pennsylvania right now trying to push forward a bunch of gun control garbage there, which, as I looked into these people, Pennsylvania, like Ohio, has under 100 counties in it. I think theirs is like 70-something, like 73 or something like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they have like 210 or 220 state reps. And it's like, why the hell would you have 3 times as many state reps as you have counties in your fucking county? Or in your state, or there for the counties. It just makes no sense at all.
Isn't Philadelphia the shithole for Pennsylvania that
there's 2? There's Philadelphia and there's Pittsburgh that are both fucking garbage-ass Democrat hellholes. And I think that's why they have somebody there. It's because what they'll do is, and this is kind of what they do to Columbus and Cincinnati, all places like that too here in Ohio, is you'll have these Democrats gerrymander a major city so blue, and then get it population density like crazy to where they almost have like a borough, and it's like, oh, here's this 6 blocks that I represent over here. There's another 6 blocks over here that this guy represents. There's another 6 blocks that this guy represents, and so forth and so on, for like 40 or 50 blocks of space in the city or whatever it is there.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of having like a single rep for that county area, which is the major city being represented obviously there in the county, which would obviously take blue is what it would be in most cases, they instead make like 10 or 20 fucking reps is what it is for that area, when there's not, doesn't need to be, is what it is.
Yeah, that's on purpose, so they can have more control.
Well, not only that, but it's also so that people don't know who the fuck represents them is what it is. Because I guarantee if you ask the average person in any state, like, oh, who's your state rep? They're going to be like, what? And it's like, yeah, who's your state rep? And then you're asking, like, who's your state senator? And they're just like, I don't know. So I know who both mine are, by the way, currently. And I know that if I move from this area, it's going to be probably some, especially if I moved into some leftist hellhole like Columbus or whatever, not, wanting to, but having to. I'd be represented by some goddamn Democrat then. And fuck that shit.
Right.
So, but yeah, as I said here, it said Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Democrats in majority control of the Pennsylvania House Representatives advanced. By the way, there's people who are all cheaters. I'm just going to submit what it is right now. Just like Shapiro, just like Fetterman, they all fucking cheat their way into office. It said advanced several uncontrolled measures on Wednesday, including one that would ban sale of automatic and semi-automatic handgun or guns, period. So it'd be rifles, handguns, etc. So yeah, pretty much banning all semi-autos in the state. And it's like, good luck with that, not being challenged in court, motherfuckers. This is after years of standstill and politically divided state government. Said bills were passed in the Judiciary Committee on party lines and await for full House consideration. So even if the bills clear the House, however, they will likely face a cold reception in the state Senate. Other gun control measures passed in the House last year did not even get called up to the to a committee in the state Senate. So instead, senators have prioritized working with Democrats to boost funding for anti-violence and mental health programs. The problem I have with this entirely, the whole anti-violence thing or the mental health shit is what it is. It's like, dude, the problem with that is you're not doing anything. What you're doing is you're creating incentive for people to commit theft in your state. And that's exactly what they're doing anyway.
100%.
AK Nation News talks about this all the time, actually, when he's bringing up the whole, quote unquote gun violence or whatever it is there. And he's mentioned that several times about how you help somebody create a program and you have like 20 people just skim money off the top of what it is there. And so instead of having $100,000 in it or $200,000 in it to actually fix the problem, you have one guy over here skimming 20 grand and everybody else skims like 10. And then you got like fucking $20,000 left when it's all said and done for the whole thing or whatever it is there. It's like, that doesn't go very far at all. So yeah, it's a bunch of shit entirely. But let's see what the actual thing they tried to pass last year was here. Let's see, this is May of last year. Okay, it was ERPOs and stuff like that, and universal background checks. Makes sense. Obviously, that's their go-to from Bloomberg, and I guarantee all those people are paid by Bloomberg, by the way. That alone should see them in prison right now for trying to deprive people of our constitutional rights to keep and bear arms. So, anyway, it says this is the second time since Democrats regained majority status in the House chamber there that they've used it to push through anti-gun measures. So they kicked off the current 2-year session last March with a hearing on so-called gun violence under Republican majorities in both chambers. Until last year, legislature has not seriously considered broadening gun control measures since 2018, nor should they. If anything, you should be trying to pass constitutional carry and stand your ground and stuff like that. Things that would actually work to reduce violence, as we saw here in Ohio in the last 2 years. When you had, between the time before we passed constitutional carry, the time we passed constitutional carry to the year after now, we have had 6 of 8 major cities go down in crime like fucking crazy. And it's all due to people carrying more guns and being able to carry more guns. Not to mention the fact that with Pennsylvania, under that Dick Stain Tom Wolf, who is the ex-governor now, he actually put forward it was like public health emergency thing or whatever the case be, to where technically PA is an open carry state, but under this dipshit's health emergency, it had nothing to do with the guns at all for that matter. It was all drug stuff. Because of all the fentanyl and everything else like that going to Kensington Avenue and all those places like that, you can no longer openly carry in the state of Pennsylvania unless you have a concealed carry license.
That's stupid.
It's fucking unconstitutional as hell, too, for that matter.
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
any law that goes against the Second Amendment is null and void. It's unconstitutional.
Exactly. And as I said here, it said the state bills that passed judiciary on Wednesday would balance gun ownership with protecting average citizens. What a bunch of horse shit. Of course, Democrats claim that bullcrap. Such a fucking lie, dude. Said, quote, these are issues that we are clear at the beginning of the session we wanted to tackle, said the committee chairman, Democrat Rep. Tim Briggs of Montgomery County. Said, first thing we did was have a hearing on gun violence prevention measures, aka probably red flag laws, universal background checks, all that crap. Like that's my guess, honestly, on that one. So Republicans raised concerns about infringing upon constitutional rights. If the government can infringe on our Second Amendment rights, no rights can be enjoyed by citizens of the nation, said Representative Joe Ham, a Republican from Lycoming County. Said one bill the committee approved would ban future sales of so-called assault weapons defined as semi-automatic and semi-automatic firearms. Sponsors cited the use of high-capacity semi-automatic rifles in a number of mass shootings, including Pittsburgh, where a gunman carried out the deadliest anti-Semitic shooting in 2018, armed with AR-15 and other weapons. Yeah, and guess what? You know where you carry that out, assholes? In a fucking gun-free zone that Joe Biden helped create with the Gun-Free School Zones Act of 1990. Something you fucking retards have yet to actually say, no, fuck this. We're not having this at state level anymore. And that's what pisses me off about Ohio, too, for that matter. It's like, or any of the states for that matter. It's like, somebody needs to grow some fucking balls and introduce legislation that would actually directly be like, fuck you, government. We're not going to put up with this bullshit anymore. Your Gun-Free School Zones Act doesn't exist in our fucking state anymore. Every place is an open carry and constitutional carry area.
One thing that's definitely one thing that'll help save lives is that they got rid of gun-free zones. Because right now the criminals know that that's an easy target.
Yeah, it's like 97.8% or something happen in gun-free zones, all mass shootings and stuff like that, all the fucking, deadly encounters and shit.
And
that's an old stat from years ago, so it's probably more like 99% at this point, honestly. But anyway, said previously, current Democrat cheater Josh Shapiro has said he supported legislation that limits availability of such guns. At least 10 states have enacted bans on these different things. Of course, they're all being fought in the courts, by the way. They don't mention that part of it. Said among the legislation that passed the committee, one bill would prohibit accelerated trigger activators. I love how they, by the way, I love how they talk about shit like this. They have no fucking idea what the hell they're even talking about for that matter. Because if they did, they would understand that what they're trying to pass is already banned federally. What they're talking about is like trigger cranks and shit that don't even exist anymore is what it really is.
Yeah.
And that's all because
they know nothing about guns.
Levels.
They know nothing about guns. They know nothing about gun, laws except, how to infringe upon them. They know fucking jack shit. We got a bunch of incompetent idiots running this country.
And even the ones who are actually like so-called gunners and their legislators and stuff like that, they're all a bunch of fucking fuds. They're all like, oh yeah, we just need our shotguns to go deer hunting this year. You don't need to have an AR style platform that can be used for hunting or anything else like that. Not that was actually the point of the fucking Second Amendment to begin with, because the whole point of the Second Amendment to begin with was to hunt fucking tyrants and deal with them accordingly. It just happened to be the NRA, 30, 40 years ago, fucking threw that out the window and stuff was all like, oh yeah, it's totally for hunting purposes too. It's like, it can be, obviously, that is a benefit, but that's not the purpose of them.
Nope.
So, but anyway, going back to the actual...
It's supposed to protect you from enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah, and tyranny, etc. So...
Yep.
Anyway, continuing on with the rest of this, though, it said a third bill would prohibit the purchase, sale, and production of untraceable gun parts, so basically any 80% lowers and stuff like that would be. A fourth would subject 3D printed firearms to the same regulations as standard firearms, so have to be getting the serial number and everything else like that is what it would be then. So the fifth bill would shorten the time a judge has to notify Pennsylvania State Police about a person with mental health from about a week to 4 days. That seems like it could actually be like an issue itself on that one. Because it might take you a week to get all their background check and stuff done is what it is there.
I
know that when it comes to Florida, though, one of the things they passed after Parkland was some BS like that, where they basically allowed cops to have like an open-ended time period or whatever it was to get people's background checks done. And now you have people that have been waiting 2 or 3 years to get a fucking gun in the state of Florida right now. Because these lazy-ass cops ain't doing the background checks that they need to be doing. So now you have an actual state rep down in Florida who's actually introduced legislation who is like, yeah, man, you guys have like a week to 10 days to get the shit done or get the fuck out. So...
I don't know if it's me roboting or if it's you.
Am I roboting?
Am I coming across there?
Yeah, you just roboted a little bit there.
I don't know if it's me or not. Let me see if I can back out and come back in.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm losing connection stability here. Corey Robot a little bit there. Echo. Anyway.
What's up, man? How you doing?
No.
I'm probably gonna have to bail again. My sister's gonna call me back. Yeah. But I'll do my best.
Right. Well, we were just talking about all the PA crap. Here's what it is.
Oh yeah.
But all their bills. Let's see, we got so it'd be ghost guns, no 3D printed things like that, serialization, accelerated trigger devices, or trigger cranks, or whatever they want to call them, would be another one that's already federally banned.
Would that also include bump stocks?
Probably. And then obviously another one would be like so-called assault weapons would be then. So every semi-automatic rifle, handgun, etc. would probably be considered to be a no-go now, is what it is.
Fuck them. Where's this at?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, God.
Yep. They've been a hellhole for a while now.
Did you see that the Washington wants to put an extra 11% tax on ammo?
Yeah. Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, plus
and they're talking about it being like, oh, it's to exercise your rights, but it's a privilege, not a right. It's like, bullshit, it's not, dude. Yeah, everything related to the Second Amendment's a fucking guaranteed right. So, oh my God. Yeah, it's just psychotically insane. Anyway, it says Adam Garber, executive director of Ceasefire PA, a gun violence prevention group. I'm pretty sure that guy is actually a known sack of shit, by the way. I feel like I've seen this guy before. I actually called him out like a year or two ago, as it was. Oh, yeah, I think I do remember this guy. This fucking guy right here is what it is. This guy looks like a dickhole anyway. This guy looks like every dude ever caught in a child sex sting operation, honestly.
Yeah, no shit, dude. He's a beta male, 100% all the way.
No, he's not even beta. He's fucking like Delta or something. Or what's the Z1? I forget what it is. Like Zeta or something like that. Yeah. He's like the opposite of Alpha.
Yeah.
But anyway.
He's one step away from bye-bye Weeder.
Yeah, it said, let's see. Yeah, so it said the advancing of the bill showed a, quote, commitment to survivors. He called the automatic weapons ban proposal the first such of modern times. Actually, it's not, jackass, because if you're trying to ban semi-autos too, you're just literally doing what they did in 1994 that was unconstitutional as fuck, and all these things have done since that's what it is.
Yep.
So.
Fuck, dude. That makes me just going to want to go buy and stack mags and stack freaking ammo to the rafter on the tractor.
And then he continued on here and said...
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, I had to restart my phone.
Yeah, it said, this is what it looks like to tackle the violent crime that plagues cities like Philadelphia to Pittsburgh and everywhere else in between. What he doesn't mention there is obviously how all these cities are run by Democrats. Yep. And how when you actually look at the violence coming from them, it's particularly one race, and that is black males.
Weird.
Yeah, weird.
So,
hey, Ohio, did you drop a link to your chat in the Discords?
Yeah, there are people asking about
it. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. Oops. Shit, let me.
Yeah, because I dropped it in there that you were going live and.
Yeah, let me just grab it real fast.
Yeah, Corey's getting your back. Thank you, Corey.
Hang on.
Oh, by the way, I got you, Corey. Is he still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Dude, Glock dropped the Gen 5 21, bro. Optics ready.
I know. I've seen it, and I'm like, I want one.
Yeah. Time to swap out an old gun for that bad boy, bro.
Oh, I ain't swapping mine out. My wife bought this for me. I ain't getting rid of it.
Oh, no. I mean, like that's a common gun, especially in Texas. There's a lot of 45, right? I'm saying, swap out a different gun.
Oh,
like maybe one that's not super practical, tactical.
I'm gonna have to do that because I love my Glock 21, and it's 45. That was the first gun I ever shot. Was a Llama 45 with left-handed grip on it. Yeah. My dad was left-handed. And that was a fucking amazing gun.
Oh, yeah, man.
So I've been a fan of 45, practically all my life.
Fuck yeah.
And then I carry my mags have extended base plate on them, so it's like 15+1. So can't beat that in a Glock platform.
Yeah, and I mean all your mags are to run for it.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty bitching.
And I'd like to get either the Vortex RMR or like the Holosun 507C.
Oh yeah, man. Sorry. Hey, everybody in the chat, make sure you get some likes and subs on Ohio, man. He needs some love. Freaking, he's having some hard times, and his channel got fucked by YouTube, so he needs a bump.
Yeah, no joke. YouTube's just fucking with everybody, man. Hardcore.
Dude, now when I click the video, it's like, hey, if you click this and you're subscribed, it's gonna say something about people can see that you watched this video or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck?
Haven't seen that one yet.
You get that?
The only thing I've seen is the whole, oh, you're using a site that doesn't allow or has ad blockers on it, and you can't watch our shit because of ad blocking.
You're right.
It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, where was that with this article now? Yeah, they're talking about this idiot from a anti-gunner organization there.
Dude, they're like straight Nazi fine PA, bro.
And then, of course, the Associated Press, being the lying sacks of shit they are, just like our other mainstream media, falsely claims that we have a record pace for mass killings in the first 6 months of 2023. It's like, and like basically talking about mass shootings and stuff. And it's like, yeah, when you go by like gun violence archive, that's known liars and stuff like that. So they'll call everything a mass shooting when it's not. And half the time it's fucking drive-bys like 3 or 4 blocks from a school, and they're like, oh, it's a school shooting now.
Yep. Yeah, I also think they changed the classification for this the shooting. It's not just actually people who are injured. It can be anybody, like a sprained ankle, anything ungunrelated.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, bullshit. Okay.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Yeah. It's meant to be. Speaking of bullshit, this is another story I want to talk about today, which is Daniel Penny, the guy who stopped the nut job on the New York City subway.
He's getting railroaded bad.
Has now been denied bail, or now been had his request to dismissed.
Have it vacated, yeah.
Yeah. Which is really fucked up, because I was actually looking at this yesterday, and supposedly everybody that was testifying in this case said that this nutcase Neely was trying to do like half lunges at people. He's going to stab them, and was telling people, oh, I got no problem going to Rikers or the grave or anything else like that. And it's just like, dude, you're fucking insane.
Yeah, I saw that too. And then they fucking deny him bail, or deny that to have it dismissed. They're just fucking wanting to railroad him. That's all it is.
Yeah. And it's 100% politically motivated and racially motivated too, for that matter, because there was another guy who was a black dude who basically murked out a white guy is what it was. And he got let go with no bail at all.
Yep.
So question, has he been in jail the whole time while he's waiting all this sentencing crap, or no?
Oh yeah. As far as I'm aware.
Dude, that's fucking illegal as shit.
Yeah, because they gave him, I think it was kind of like the Rittenhouse thing of like $2 million or whatever the fuck it was then.
Yeah, it's the same January. That's such bullshit, dude.
It's unjustified.
It's just so disgusting in general.
Weaponized politics.
Yep.
And all he did was protect people from an evil piece of shit on a subway system.
Yep. Yeah. And then actually talking about real stories of 2023 that have to do with 2A before we get into the Texas stuff. We have armed women nationwide refused to be victims in 2023 as gun ownership increased. It said gun ownership among women has boomed in recent years.
Good.
Gun ownership in ladies has skyrocketed over the last few years, and in 2023, women from coast to coast use their firearms to thwart attacks or crimes. So Fox News reported on legally armed Americans throughout the year have defended themselves, their families, and even strangers, and look back at some of the women this year who used their firearms in self-defense. An Alabama woman, for example, shot and killed a man who was acting out of mind and allegedly trying to set a house on fire, with the woman, set house on fire with the mom, 8-year-old daughter, and 80-year-old uncle still inside the residence back in April of 2023. Then we had Michelle Jones, who lives in the residence with her daughter, told police that she arrived home on Saturday evening in April, found the suspect allegedly belligerent. She also discovered the exterior of the house was on fire. Suspect was a friend of the family and reportedly tried to pour acetone on Jones and light her on fire before she grabbed her gun and shot him dead.
Damn.
It's like good. I gotta say, I do like, not a huge fan of pink, but I do like this color combination right here, where it's like the almost like a punk looking pink and then like the black.
Yeah,
that's red.
Hey man, I don't care if it's hot pink. I don't care if it has a dildo attachment. As long as they have it and can use it and do when they need it, fine.
Yeah,
I agree. That is an AR pistol though, so
yeah, I see black and red.
Okay. Well, it's black and it's like a hot pink looking color. Actually.
Yeah, it's hot pink.
On both the,
yeah, kind of like that
front guard, the dust cover, and the mag, as well as the charging handles, all that coloration. As is the
I can't see pink, purple, or
thing.
Well, it's hot Barbie pink.
Yeah, it's like Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I'm a Barbie girl.
She's disco dancing.
Hey man, I mean, good for her.
Yeah, no joke. I don't care. Like Tactical just said, I don't care what the fuck it looks like, as long as it can help protect themselves and their family. It could be fucking rainbow colored, covered in sprinkles, with dildos hanging off of it, like you said. I don't give a fuck what it looks like, as long as it.
But that 10-22 or the 25 rounder is going to put some freaking rounds down range.
But yeah, as I was saying with this Michelle Jones woman, it said not just the case of self-defense for her, but deadly force is justified under certain circumstances where you're defending others as well, and that's what she was doing in that case. She was defending not only herself, her daughter, and her uncle still inside the house. She was hell-bent on getting... the guy was hell-bent on setting the house on fire, is what she was thinking, sheriff said at the time. So the second case this past year was a woman in Texas grabbed a pistol from her car's console and fired a shot at her ex-boyfriend, who allegedly tried to shave her head with a pair of electric clippers on August 8th. It said suspects' injuries were considered non-life-threatening. That is a huge-ass revolver, by the way.
That was what she's packing?
It says handgun, so I'm guessing it was just like a stock photo, probably.
Right.
Damn. Yeah, I don't think she's carrying a 44 mag or something like that.
Yeah.
I wish that looks like a python.
This is just the Getty Images thing that they grabbed for the gun in that case.
Still, man, damn, that's sexy as hell.
Yeah. And then we got another woman in Texas in May of last year, shot her suspected stalker who allegedly kicked her front door in after she recently moved to a new residence. Suspect in that case was found fatally shot with a wound to his chest. Said gun sales across the board exploded in 2020 with an estimated 23 million firearms sold and more than 21 million background checks conducted. The number smashed records and previously notably spiked at the onset of the pandemic in March 2020 before jumping yet again in June of that year as protests and riots spread across the nation in response to the dipshit George Floyd fentanyl out. It says by gender, gun ownership especially boomed among women between 2019 and 2021 as gun purchases exploded. About half of firearms customers became women, according to the public health thing. So women were the most likely new gun owner demographic during those years, researchers found. It says Fox News Digital previously spoke with a female gun instructor, Robin Evans, who has trained nearly 5,000 women on gun safety. Says Evans explained in an interview this month that many women are refusing to become victims and are turning to firearms to better ensure that mission. And I'm trying to figure out which one of these it is now. It's one of these chicks, is that Robin woman that they're talking about. I'm not sure which one it is, honestly.
So let me I also think that the Jewish community, obviously with the tunnels and whatnot, but they went up like almost tripled this year.
Oh yeah. The Jewish community has been, arming up.
Oh, okay, it's right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it must be her AR that they're using that day.
Looks like she got like the powder blue Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
on that pistol when she's pointing at
guns. That looks like actually, this looks like a multiple TX-22s in this picture. Different patterns.
Yeah, it makes it look like what is it, Gucci or Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, something like that. Top guns to me.
Like, as long as it goes bang, it can protect themselves and their family and loved ones.
So yeah, she'd be the one right here in the middle then of everybody. Holding the "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Does it say something here? Yes. Shed said, quote, "I felt like every single day there's another woman who thought she would never pick up a gun, and they understand what type of world we live in now." Said Evans, the founder and owner of self-defense training company called Chicks with Triggers.
I so thought you were going to go somewhere else with that.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was going to go someplace else too on that one.
Dang button. It just goes insane when you hit it a few times.
Unfortunately, it gets more dangerous every single day, and so I think more women are starting to really come around to the fact that they need to be armed. Said, never thought I would be here, but this is where the world is, so I got to be prepared.
Yep.
Makes sense. Said, Evans, several 60% of her clientele have encountered dangerous and violent situations themselves, including domestic violence, rape, and kidnapping. Stories reported by Fox News Digital this year show many of the women who used their firearms to thwart violence did so against someone they knew, including ex-boyfriends. So a Florida woman, for example, turned the tables on her ex-boyfriend who showed up to her house on Easter Sunday and shot him dead with his own gun. So investigators at the time said the ex-boyfriend had a previous domestic partnership with the unidentified woman living in the house, and he traveled to the duplex armed with a gun to confront the woman. So another incident, a mom in Indiana grabbed her gun when she saw her daughter's ex-boyfriend drive onto her front yard and told her husband at gunpoint back in August of last year. So the woman shot the suspect, and he was pronounced dead at the scene after being taken to the hospital. So the woman in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, shot and wounded the father of her young child on August 11th of 2023. After he assaulted her, the man was shot in the shoulder and had an outstanding warrant for violating a protection from abuse order to stay away from the woman. He admitted to authorities he had assaulted the child's mother before he was shot. So another armed woman used her firearms to help defend total strangers including a North Carolina involved in North Carolina last month. Said two men reportedly got into a verbal altercation in Shelby, escalating in one of the men allegedly shooting the other in the face. So the unnamed female bystander then stepped in to defend the injured man, shooting and injuring the guy who shot him is what it was. Said earlier this year, Fox News Digital also spoke with the owner and founder of New Mexico-based gun shop, Indigenous Arms, one of the few Native American-owned gun shops in the U.S., who explains seeing an increase in Native women arming themselves in the face of crime. Yeah, for those that haven't heard about it, there's like some crazy shit going on where people are like murking out a bunch of Native American chicks now.
Oh, really? I know about that.
They're just going on like their reservation and like, just offing these women, basically like kidnapping them and killing them eventually. That's what it is. It's like kidnap, rape, and kill. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. It's been going on for several years now, is what it is. But anyway.
Sorry, man. And you know that all these fucking laws that they're trying to pass and have passed in certain states of waiting periods, that will fuck and has fucked so many people that are trying to get, especially women that are trying to get their first gun or something for protection.
That's exactly what it was there in New Jersey several years back now. It was some woman who was waiting to get a gun, and because their stupid ass background check and eventual for having to do waiting periods, stuff like that, she was never able to get her gun before she was killed by her ex-boyfriend. What it was there.
Yep, that happened over here. Actually, when I worked at Cabela's selling guns, I was like, lady, because she was waiting on her pistol purchase or something, and she got delayed. I was like, dude, buy a shotgun. You can buy it without your pistol purchase. She was trying to buy a gun. I was like, buy a 22, 10-22. I don't care. Buy something if you're really that worried about it. Yeah. She died the next that weekend.
I tell you, I have a story that happened like within close proximity of me years ago. Mm-hmm. It was back in 2008. I was living in a trailer park, and one of the neighbors that was a couple of trailers down came and started banging on my door, asking if she could use my phone to call the police. And I didn't want to let her in the house because I'm sorry, she looked kind of sketchy. I'm sorry, I was judging, and I shouldn't have. But so I went outside and stood out there and let her use my phone, call the cops. Next thing I know, like 4 or 5 fucking squad cars pull up in, my driveway and on the north side of my trailer, and they all fucking drew their guns and pointed at me. I was like, put my hands. I'm like, I didn't do it. It's not me. Just hoping her. So I came close to getting shot my damn self. But she's like, no, it's not him.
Scary, Corey.
Huh?
You are scary. You're a giant ginger.
Yeah, but when you got a bunch of cops pointing their guns at you, I don't give a fuck how big you are.
Right. Well, that's why they drew on you. They're like, holy shit.
Yeah, right. But she's like, no, it's not him. It's, my boyfriend over there. And where she pointed, the cops thought it was another place. So they went to the camper that they thought it was, banged on the door, grabbed the guy, threw him to the ground, and he didn't know what was going on. And she's like, no, not that one, over there. So they fucked up twice in a row. And then when they finally got the right place, they arrested the guy, and he bonded out the next day. And was it like a day or two later, she was found dead in that trailer. It was fucked up that it happened that damn close to me. And I think he shot her a couple of times.
Yeah. It's usually how it happens, honestly.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Anyway, we got a bunch of Texas stories here for what's going on with Eagle Pass and the border right now. So we obviously got this one most recently, which is Texas defies federal demand that it abandon border area, setting up legal showdown. So the Attorney General of Texas on Wednesday defied federal orders who demanded state authorities abandon a public park along the U.S.-Mexico border that the state National Guard soldiers seized last week, which
is about 50 acres.
So setting up a legal showdown with the Biden administration over country's immigration policies. So over the weekend, Department of Homeland Security called on Texas officials to stop blocking federal border patrol from entering Shelby Park in Eagle Pass, an area next to Rio Grande that an agency has been using to hold and inspect illegals. So the department said Texas move to commandeer the park was obstructing border patrol's obligations to apprehend and process migrants. They're not even doing, by the way, they're just letting them in the fucking country.
Yep.
And of course they doubled down on set up razor wire instead, and we're like, fuck y'all. So
yeah, I do want to add to that real quick though. The Guard has been pushing people back to the other side of the river, making them stay on their own land, not coming over. And it was a couple of days ago. I don't think it was yesterday. It might have been, but at least within the last couple of days, the Border Patrol, and I think Homeland too, but mostly Border Patrol, were trying to come back in because there was a mother and her 2 kids trying to cross the river.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And became in distress. Mm-hmm. And while they were fighting the Border Patrol off and keeping them out, unfortunately, tragedy struck. Yeah, and now I think that's one thing that sparked off the Biden administration to try to sue Texas and Abbott over. And that made headlines everywhere,
Yeah, that was 3 days ago. So what we know about the drowning of 3 Mexican migrants near Eagle Pass, would be 1 and 2 kids there. Yeah, woman, 8-year-old daughter, and 8-year-old son and 10-year-old daughter is what it was.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we could have saved them." The Border Patrol's like, "Oh, we could have saved them if Texas National Guard wouldn't have been standing in our way."
Well, if they were doing their job in the fucking first place, they wouldn't be here to begin with.
Exactly, dude. I hope you guys are really sticking it to the government and keep doing it, man. If they call for volunteers, everybody who can should go.
It makes me want to go badly, but I gotta be around for my family, so I don't know what would happen down there.
Yeah.
But like if you were like a single dude, or like even a grandpa, like a World War vet, like he could help some people, kind of coordinate them.
Yeah, then we got Texas begins arresting illegal aliens in Eagle Pass as war with feds escalates.
Yep. And see, that's the thing. If Border Patrol would have rescued that mom and kids, they would have just, brought them into the country and, said, here's all your money and stuff that they're giving.
Here's
all these
your paperwork for 5 years from now to come back and be deported.
Exactly.
Later.
Whereas National Guard, the Texas National Guard is like, no, fuck y'all. You're not coming across, period, the end. And, if Biden and the administration would stop incentivizing for all these illegals to come over by giving them everything that they heart can desire, this shit wouldn't be happening in the first fucking place.
Yeah. Well, it's not just them either. It's also a bunch of NGOs. Some of them are led by George Soros. Others are bullshit Christian NGOs, etc. that are like, oh, come over here and we'll give you all these things. And then meanwhile, somehow they're getting like a kickback of money themselves and that whole thing. I don't know if it's like federal grants or what the hell it is, but
I don't know. But
it's just disgusting in general is what it is, though.
But I tell you what, because I know Florida has sent over some National Guard members to help Texas National Guard, and I believe I haven't verified this yet, but I think it's up to 25 states, maybe. I know it's like a half a dozen for sure that have backed Texas and Texas National Guard and Abbott in securing our border, and they're like sending all kinds of supplies and shit that the Guard might need. So I mean.
Well, this is from August of 2023. It was Operation Lone Star gains national support from state governors. So Governor Abbott, Texas Department of Public Safety, and the Texas National Guard are continuing to work together to secure border, stop the smuggling of drugs, weapons, and people into Texas, and prevent, detect, and interdict transnational criminal activity between ports of entry. So since the launch of Operation Lone Star, multi-agency effort has led to over 420,800 illegals apprehensions and more than 33,600 criminal arrests, with more than 30,500 felony charges reported among them. That's in the fight against fentanyl. Texas law enforcement has seized over 426 million lethal doses of fentanyl during this border mission. So they also bust over 11,100 illegals to Washington, D.C. in April 2022, 12,600 to New York City in 2022, 5,900 illegals to Chicago in August of 2022, 2,400 to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 2022, 870 to Denver, Colorado, and 360 to L.A. So Operation Lone Star continues to fill the dangerous gaps created by Biden administration's refusal to secure the border. Every individual who is apprehended or arrested and every ounce of drugs seized would have otherwise made their way into communities across Texas and nationwide due to President Biden's dipshit policies with borders. Said Governor Abbott back in August there had a press conference in Eagle Pass with Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds, Nebraska Governor Jim Pullen, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, and North Dakota Governor Kristi Noem to provide an update on the joint efforts under Texas's Operation Lone Star in response to Biden's reckless open border policies. Let's see here now.
Now, I don't know if it's said anywhere, because I know the Texas Guard is, they're actually arresting these illegal immigrants crossing over illegally. I don't know. Are they detaining them for a while and then release them, like the Border Patrol is doing, or are they actually,
I don't know,
sending them packing? Because they haven't specified on that aspect.
Yeah, that's not saying. What it does say here is
Mexico's governor or whatever, president, he basically is trying to make a deal with Texas because they are getting sent back. And after they get caught twice, they're felon and they can never come back in. So Mexico, knows more countries are having people come in than just Mexico, right? They're like, well, we don't want all these criminals here. They're like, we'll help you keep them in your country. And Texas is like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, well, that was the one thing with I forget. It was a few weeks ago I saw this, and it was a woman who had crossed over into the Mexico side of the border there, which was like literally like 100 feet or something from our border lines and stuff like that. And what she was finding was a bunch of ripped up passports, a bunch of ripped up visas, etc., of these people coming in. And it was because they were trying to seek asylum, where if you already have paperwork that says, hey, you're this person, you're obviously not being able to seek asylum there because you're not going into a country that you need to seek asylum in because you already have like a safe country to go to is what it is there.
Yeah.
And almost every single one of the guys is like military age fighting males. A lot of them are Islamic terrorism kind of guys is what it is. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them were actually on watch lists right now, or at least they should be anyway. That have been
they actually have caught
destroyed for the last
people.
Decade or two.
I saw reports where they have caught a couple of people that were on the watch list and stuff, but they just caught and released.
Yep, and that's the problem. But yeah, it said as of August of last year, 14 states, which were Arkansas, Florida, Iowa, Idaho, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming have stepped up to support Texas's efforts and deployed personnel and resources to secure the border from Biden's bullshit absence. So, yeah, it was at least 14.
You're welcome. Our governor loves your Texas, dude. We hook you up. We actually sent some of our state patrol to help you.
So,
yeah, I mean, we need it because Texas is the only one standing up right now to protect the border because, since there's so much opposition right now for illegals to cross through Texas, there's been an influx crossing over in Arizona.
Yeah, and I also had Buddy in the National Guard. I think he rotated to the border to help you out too.
We need all the help because we're fighting a good fight. I just hope, one thing I'd like to see happen with all this is Abbott finally drawing up articles for secession so we can just secede already. I don't know what has to be done on that aspect, but it'd be great.
It's harder than what you think because you'd have to set up all new trade routes, all the trucks and stuff you get. You'd have to get new contracts. Like, it would be a mess.
Yeah, but we can do it.
Yeah, you could.
It would probably suck for, first several years, but after that, it'd be worth it.
Honestly, right? If Texas were to do this, I think you would see a lot of other states join in and just do some interstate compact because they already have some of those going on right now.
Yeah.
At state levels and stuff like that, where it's like, I know Ohio has one with, I forget what states it is right now for like certain things or whatever. And it's not like direct, like, hey, we're going to support you with resources kind of thing. It's like, hey, like if you have some kind of medical license for X, Y, and Z in this state, like it's now covered in our state and other states too, for that matter. So it'd be similar to that probably is what it would be. But in this case, it would be actual resources. Be like, okay, you want to, ship your fruit here, you can ship it over here or here or here, etc. Or it's like you got a bunch of vegetables over here, like we'll bring them over here to this place and that place and everything else like that. So,
yeah. And if Texas does manage to secede, I would love to see a fucking giant wall all around fucking Texas.
And then we got Attorney General Ken Paxton responds to Biden administration's demand for Texas to cease and desist, securing its border. It says Texas AG Ken Paxton has responded with a cease and desist order sent by DHS, demanding that Texas end its enhanced border security measures in Eagle Pass, Shelby Park. So DHS sent the letter on the 14th of this month, which was 5 days ago, requesting compliance with their orders by January 17th, which is the day my mom died. Threatening to escalate the issue. It said on January 11th, Texas Military Department secured Eagle Pass to protect public safety and repair degradation that had occurred in the structure that was protecting local residents from illegal activities. Said DHS then alleged that the increased security measures led to the deaths of several illegal aliens who died after attempting to illegally cross Rio Grande, claiming that the was contributed to by the Department of Justice's failings with the Supreme Court of the United States. Said AG Paxton's letter notes that Texas continues to permit U.S. Border Patrol to use Shelby Park boat ramp to render emergency medical care when needed. As additionally, federal agents on the ground informed Texas of the situation only after emergency situation had ended and Mexican Officials had recovered several bodies. Nevertheless, Texas National Guardsmen immediately began a diligent search to confirm that nobody else was in need of emergency assistance at the time. Sending a letter, A.G. Paxton states, rather than addressing Texas's urgent request for protection, Biden administration has authorized DHS to send a threatening letter through its lawyers, but Texas has lawyers too, and I will continue to stand up for the state's constitutional powers of self-defense. Instead of running to the U.S. Department of Justice in hopes of winning an injunction, you should advise your clients at DHS to do their job and follow the law. So Texas will not surrender to Biden's destructive open border policies. A.G. Paxton will continue to defend Texas as it uses its constitutional authority to defend state territory, sovereignty, and citizens. So, yeah, good. Something needs to be.
Yeah, yep. And the thing is, I think personally, most of the people coming over are not quote unquote seeking asylum. They're just seeking a handout and a payday.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I would say it's a mix of that, and it's also a mix of what I was saying earlier with everybody like burning passports and stuff like that. It's people trying to come in here and be sleeper cells and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely that too.
Yeah, I was watching another chat. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying most of them are here just for a handout, and I have seen videos where they're going down to the border crossings and they're finding hundreds and hundreds of different colored bands that signify different things. Passports, just all kinds of fucking
prayer rugs. But yeah, I was listening to another video today. I can't remember where it was. I think they said New York. This guy went to the range, and he said there was 3 Chinese-looking dudes there practicing with AKs and pistols.
Yep.
So I think they're here training, boys.
There was that one guy who Biden let go, actually, who was a Chinese foreign national. He had an AK and 2 ARs, and he was being taught or given those and basically said straight up, he's like, yeah, I'm here to basically be a fighting force against y'all. So.
Yeah, and people need to wake the fuck up already. Yeah, stay strapped or get clapped. And people need to wake the fuck up that aren't awake and realize all the bullshit and fuckery that is going on within this country because of this fucking lovely ass government we have on our hands.
So I just went to X and looked up passports at border. And 10 days ago, Representative Matt Gaetz breaking dozens of Ukrainian and Chinese passports found abandoned at U.S. southern border. And then people adding context. Picture shows Greek passports and Greek citizens do not need visas to enter the U.S. It's like bullshit. They don't.
Dude, I think y'all. I have done it. Even though mine's soft armor, man. I think we all need to integrate some armor. We need to step up just carrying a gun and maybe one mag. Like these guys are training to gun us down, guys. And if we're the only sheepdogs in the area, like we're it.
Yeah, and this was from April 10th of last year. South African border allowed something institute. Yeah, that's basically South Africa putting up a razor wire and stuff there is what it was. So. Let's see. It's all them talking about what passports they actually were there. It's like it doesn't really matter like where they're from, dude. Like the fact that you're finding passports, period, in these fucking places. It's like when they're at our border system, it's like it's not good either way, man.
Oh, yeah, no, they're being coached. They know exactly what to say and exactly what to do.
And this one's from back in 2021. They found a bunch of illegals passports there and stuff. So.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about like a Red Dawn scenario where they come out of the fucking sky parachuting in. They're already fucking here.
Yeah, this was from 20 hours ago.
They came up.
Why did they ditch their IDs and passports at the border before crossing? Yeah, exactly. And there's like 30 fucking IDs here found.
Yeah, because they're trying to hide who they truly are because they're not asylum seeking.
Yeah, dude, look at that. That was like 8 driver's license right there.
Yeah, exactly. It was at least that many.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Like 9.
And I'm sorry, but China does not let their population go. They know where their population is, so they gave them permission to come in there.
Oh fuck yeah, 100%. You know, because China's already trying to start war with us.
Dude, they literally watch Red Dawn. They're all coming in the south. They're going to be here, and if they want to do like the surprise factor and say it's on, and drop in arms for everybody, like the parachutes. But I don't think they have to, man, like these guys are doing. They got 2 ARs and pistols. They're already freaking stacked, bro.
Yeah, this is from November of last year. This person said IDs found on the ground at the U.S.-Mexico border within a 3-hour time span. And it was all that shit. And it looks like a little bit of cash, too, for that matter, from wherever the countries would be then.
Jesus, man, this makes me want to buy more ammo.
And there's that set.
I got I had more money right now. If I could win the lottery,
that was
dude,
top.
I'd have a badass setup and I'd be fucking hidden somewhere.
All right, boys, here it is. Donate sperm and blood, whatever you got to do to pack rounds in the safe.
Sperm and blood.
Hell yeah, they need some man sperm around here, okay?
Yeah. Fucking wild shit, man.
Plasma, whatever. Suck some wiener.
I guarantee if you're pure blood, I bet it goes for more.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing some things where women actually are requesting, pure blood, sperm only, and they're like paying some high end dollars. I'm like, dang girl, milk this left nut.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay, good.
I don't know if you guys heard about this one or not. People were talking about how it started versus how it's going. Sports Illustrated put a that dude basically that was going to be a trans woman on the swimsuit cover in 2023's annual swimsuit edition. Today, all the staff were fired. I know that this motherfucker is like some kind of singer, I think is what it is, and they're like very demonic, from my understanding. From the only little bit I've seen about them. So,
hey man, I want to shoot out another deal.
Demon shit.
On another note, man, this year especially, hit your farmers markets, get to know people who have surplus, and try and hillbilly swap. Maybe do some work or something like. And most of those guys like have hookups for meat and stuff. So like that's a really good way to get like one of a big base covered food, and kind of start building your community.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually got a meat guy not too far from me. I just need the money to purchase shit from him because
well, hell, if he'll let you work it out, like work a couple hours a week helping him haul water or something, or salt box around, like, or put up cattle fence, man, maybe he'll let you work some of it all.
Yeah, you never know.
I've done that just to get hunting ground.
Yeah, I might have to inquire, about that because, I mean, he's given me like here what was like a couple weeks ago. He just randomly gave me 10 pounds of fucking ground hamburger meat.
Yeah, man, that's a good friend. Or if he's like, man, I need a box of shotgun shells, you're like, dude, I'll bring you a box of shotgun shells. Thanks for hooking me up, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, man. That was appreciated too, because that fucking hamburger meat's the pound beef I've had ever, and I know exactly where it comes from. And that's the best part, is I know where it's been sourced from and where it's packaged at.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's why I appreciate butchering my own stuff and doing exactly what I want to it and putting exactly what I want in it.
But I've talked to him before about, like how much a half a cow would be. And I mean, it's not as much as you would think it would be, but it's not going to be cheap neither. Because, obviously everything's gone up so fucking much in recent years. But, dude, it's going to be fucking worth it.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Yo, Brian H., I see your comment. I hear you, bro. That's right on, man.
The showdown between dogs.
I can't look at.
You're good. I'm browsing
now, man. Dog annihilating agility course. I think that was Ohio dog too, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is Pickerington, Ohio. I know exactly where that is. Actually, it's down in Columbus area.
I dig that. Those are some talented dogs and dog trainers.
Yeah, we had a border collie when I was a kid, and he. Mom went out to go take him out running. Well, not running. To go to the bathroom one night, and he decided to go running for it, and a car came by and whacked his ass. It did not stop because they're pieces of shit. And yeah, now I think he's been in heaven with my dad this whole time, and now she's up there with him too. So,
yeah.
Amen, bro.
And then he's probably been playing with our cat Boots the whole time as well.
Yeah.
Because Boots has been gone too. So. Yeah, nice little herder dog. They love to herd.
Have you thought about, or have you done it already to set up a GoFundMe?
Yeah, problem is, again, I need actual bank account to put it into, and I don't have one right now. So.
True.
Because of everything.
Getting an account's not going to be that hard.
Yeah, I know. I just need to. I have a little bit of cash on hand right now that I just need to go open like a credit union or something like that and do it that way or something.
Right.
Well, most banks will just let you open like a savings account for like $100.
Yeah, it's about what I have on hand right now too. So, not a fan of banks though, is what it is. Like, that's my problem. We've had a bunch of falls with banks over the years too. What a high trust society looks like and what they want to destroy. Yep. Take what you want, leave the cash. They actually had one of those around here. It was except it was vegetables that they had out. It was like peppers and stuff you could buy, or like tomatoes or whatever.
Yeah, people do that all the time, like cucumbers and onion boxes.
There's a little sign that was like, you know, $2 or $3 a container, whatever it was there, and put our money in the coffee can that they had sitting there, and then put it back where it was at, and everything else like that. And
I see little garden swaps around here. People put out, they like, hey, I got cucumbers. If you want some, you know, leave something you got from your garden extra. That's pretty cool.
So since we're talking about the border here as well, go ahead.
I was just saying I can't wait for the spring so I can start planting in my garden again. I love growing my own fucking food.
But yeah, going back to the border crisis here, we got Lukeville, Arizona. Bunch of illegal males from Islamic and African countries. Yep. And they're all fighting age dudes. I
saw a video yesterday where it was this black dude. He was, you know, walking through, I don't know necessarily if it was like the hood or whatnot, but it was like his area, his town or city, wherever he was at. And he's like, look at these motherfuckers on the corners. They're everywhere. And he's like, they're new to the area and they're just taking over. They're at every street corner. And he pans around and there's just groups of them standing around, not doing anything, just standing there. He's like, it's almost like they're waiting for their marching orders.
Yeah, probably are.
And if that's the case, man, that's fucking, you know, that's kind of terrifying, man, because you don't know where it's going to go down, how it's going to go down, how many, you know, because there's so many fucking military-age males that came over here illegally thanks to Biden that we don't know the true count because they're not only coming through Texas, they're coming through California, they're coming through Arizona.
Exactly.
And they're not keeping track of them. They're just like, come on in, just waving the fucking open arms, you know. We'll bus you to wherever the fuck it is you want to go. And it's weird, too, because a lot of these videos that you see coming from the borders is they already know where they're going. It's like they have their marching orders already. Like, you guys are going to New York or to California, or you're staying in Texas, or you're going to Chicago or Michigan. They know where the fuck they're going already before they cross the border.
Yep. Yeah, because they know that they're going to join the current cell that's already there, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just like the one guy that they found. It was some dude that spoke no English. He was a African migrant, and he was found here in Georgia a couple weeks ago, or like actually, no, I think it was more a couple months ago. Now I'm thinking about it, and it was them talking about him, and he was like, the guy's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And he's just like speaking whatever their native language was. They were like some kind of French or whatever it was, and he, you know, and they're like, "Why is this guy here?" And then they figured out like, "Oh yeah, he's here because he's being sent here to be, you know, their cell in that area over there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 12 hours ago. It said war between the state of Texas and federal government is escalating. Last week, Texas seized Shelby Park. Biden administration is definitely trying to regain access to the area, but is reportedly getting blocked by Texas National Guard. Texas refused to comply with deadline by handing back the park. And is instead moving ahead, building razor wire areas and arresting invaders. Good, as it should be.
Is, with Border Patrol and Homeland Security trying to regain access to Shelby Park, which, like I said, is about 50 acres or so. And with the Texas National Guard telling them to fuck off, essentially, how soon until something potentially could, pop off because things get, more escalated?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right here, guys. It's going to pop up this year. So if you want something, have it with you.
Yeah.
No, I know. I feel
Gordon Chang, illegal immigrants from China at the U.S. border, actually Chinese soldiers. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
I feel it's going to be this year. I just don't know how quick things are going to go down. I believe it's going to happen before.
It's going to be fast and very brutal.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to happen before the election because they're not going to allow another election to take place because they're too fucking terrified.
They're going to do exactly what Ukraine did. Say we're in an active war or we're in civil unrest and we have to suspend the election.
Yep.
That's why I'm carrying, for weight to get home, I'm carrying the sub 2K because I'd rather have that with 4 points of contact, my shoulder, my face, both hands, than just a pistol.
And
I'm carrying soft body armor. Guys, we need to step up our carry. I'm saying it. The community in general. I think Duke's right. I think 3 mags is right. Y'all need to be carrying 2 mags for backup and your main mag that's in the gun.
Yep. You just don't know when it's going to pop off, where it's going to happen, how bad. I mean, the unknown is so great right now and terrifying that.
No, that's wrong. We aren't terrified because we know we're ready. The problem is the chaos around us for the people who haven't even thought like this.
Yeah. I had to laugh at this response here. It said, Texas is answering the question, what kind of American are you?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I gotta say, though, those ruby red glasses that guys are wearing in that Civil War trailer is just weird.
Oh yeah, dude! I've been seeing people wearing them. They're funny, dude. Freaking Risky Christie
sometime this spring, I believe is what it is, like April or something, maybe.
Okay, yeah, cause I didn't think it was already out yet.
No, not
dude.
yet,
I bet you 2 months after that movie pops out, some shit goes down.
Huh. Well, here's an interesting one. This was a flyer going around now. It says, "Take our borders back convoy. Southern Border Convoy, Peaceful Assembly. Convoy begins January 29th. February 3rd, final rally locations, Eagle Pass, Texas, Tucson, Arizona, and San Diego, California." Said, calling all truckers, bikers, law enforcement, veterans, military, elected officials, business owners, ranchers, and freedom-loving Americans. The time is now for we the people to peacefully assemble and honor our constitutional right to call on our government to take action to secure our borders. Make your voices heard. Roll with us. TakeOurBorderBack.com. So
nice, man. Hey, can I get a selfless plug in here?
It's fine. Go ahead.
Hey guys, make sure that you guys, like and sub Ohio's channel. He got dicked around by YouTube a little bit. He puts out great content, guys. He is up to date on all the news. I watch Ohio shit to catch up to date. So definitely go like and sub to his channel. And you got your backup channel too, right?
Yeah, we're on the backup channels right now.
Oh, I'm retarded. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the main channel is striked right now, unfortunately. If you want to, there's 2 different Ohio Patriot Education Network channels right now. This one that I'm on right now that has 12 or 13 subs on it currently, and then our main channel that's 700 plus, and then we also have Ledley's Anarchy's channel as well. That is about 6 or 7 people. I do gaming stuff on that channel specifically.
Okay, well, get some likes and subs on all those channels, guys. That way this community needs to stay together as much as possible. And another shout out, I also have a channel, Tactical Muffin Top. So I'm trying to hit 500, guys. That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me have that.
Yep. Trying to find something here. I don't know if I can find them here. I don't know if you guys remember this guy having his. This is back in 2017. This jackass told his girlfriend, "Oh, shoot me through this book, and the book's gonna stop it." And yeah, his dumbass used one of the 50 AEs, and it's like, no, it didn't stop it, you moron, because it's too powerful.
My God, what an idiot!
Yeah, well, that's just Darwin Award winners right there. They're too dumb to realize they're dumbasses. So,
well, we don't need that reproducing, so that's probably for the best.
Yeah, and I think the girl got tried with either manslaughter or something similar to that. That'd be the case. I don't know. So, but yeah, it's just fucking dumb. And unfortunately, people are just fucking dumb.
Yep, I see stuff every day that makes me give up on our race.
You mean our humanity?
No, just humanity in general. There's just some stupid, retarded people out there, man. Jesus.
Yeah, people are some silly ass fools for sure. So obviously we are in wintertime, and there are certain dogs, etc., that love the snow because they're born naturally in the snow and cold temperatures, like Siberian Huskies. A Siberian Husky waking up from a nap, his fur and the layer of snow insulate him from the negative 13-degree temperatures.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's just what you call it.
No, not all dogs, guys. These dogs' coats are made for this.
Yeah, there's like Alaskan Malamutes too that are kind of like this, where they'll just go outside and hang out.
They love it, dude. Like in the summer, my buddy has one, and like he'll buy bags of ice at the gas station for it to roll in like a little kiddie pool. Loves it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Let's see. No. Just trying to see if people. There should be something. Damn, I was hoping somebody would have something there, but apparently not. Let me go try a Google search now and see what comes up. Yeah, there they go. There's all them Alaskan Malamutes hanging out in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we like the snow. Leave us alone. So, yeah.
Love it.
Funny dogs. So, anyway. But, yeah, it's pretty wild to see the difference between these animals and what can be done and what can't be done, etc. So,
yeah. I tell you what, man, there's some just some crazy shit, and I think everybody should just be on their toes and ready for it to pop, and just be expected that that's the day.
CNN made an animation of a bump stock, and it looks like a dildo thrusting into a chamber.
Well, yeah, it's a sexually pleasing device.
Yeah, like it's basically the stock, like it's like going in and out of the stock and stuff a bunch of times. And it just it doesn't look right at all. Great. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get a channel strike from fucking CNN.
Yeah, CNN would do that. They're desperate.
It is on the network though, so if you guys want to check out the network's X channel or X account there, it's on. It's a repost on there. Yeah. So. Let's see. Then we got California police sergeant accidentally walks into a live armed robbery at a 7-Eleven. Immediately after, store clerk handed over the cash to the criminal. An unsuspecting police sergeant just happened to stroll by and notice what had happened. Then runs after the criminal as the guy's trying to get away.
Good.
Fucking crazy. Holy shit. Boeing 747-8 from Miami International Airport catches fire mid-flight, developing story as of 18 hours ago.
Yep, and it I think it turned around and landed back in Florida somewhere.
Getting nuts, dude.
Dude, I tell you what. I think somebody's fucking with our planes.
I wouldn't be surprised by it. I'll tell you what is a cool looking gun that I think is an SBR is this gun right here. Actually, it might be an AR pistol though, because it has the
that's a pistol. I think they have that. I think that's PSA. I think they have a 10.5 and a 14 like that. They're actually kind of cool.
I'm not a fan of like that small of an actual barrel length.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
that one's probably like an 8.
I don't know. I would prefer having something a little bit longer than that, just because.
Well, you could put a different muzzle brake on it.
Yeah, you can hide that in the fucking the back or whatever the case be or where it's at. But the problem with that is it's like, I don't know. For me, it's like ballistics. Like, how far is this actually going to travel now?
Probably not as far, but definitely better than a pistol.
And is it going to like, instead of like hitting proper, is it going to do like a weird like keyhole smack or something? Maybe not be a lethal hit then, if that be the case.
Yeah, I think it trims down the stopping power. But I had a 10.5, and I love that thing, dude. I love that. If I was going to suppress one, 10.5 or a 14.5 all the way, because like the Marines and stuff run 14.5s that are suppressed, and they love them. And I was watching this guy take a 700-yard shot with it, and I'm like, holy shit, that guy's way better than I am.
That's impressive.
Of course, he got paid. I think he was in for like 30 some odd years. So like that's his like. An extension of his body. That was his gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like White Death.
Yep. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy. That guy did a lot of crazy shit there.
Yep.
Let's see. We got good old neocon Nikki Haley. Has banned the Daily Mail from her campaign trail over their explosive report on her infidelity. She cheated on her husband with multiple men.
Gross.
That's good to know.
Thanks, Brian H., for subbing all the way around, bro.
That's good to know. She is. Yeah, she seems like the kind of woman that would suck a bunch of dick, honestly.
Well, yeah, look at her cheeks. She was probably doubling it down.
Yeah.
Dude, there's the insane eyes again. Remember that thing?
From what?
You can see the top and the bottom
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Nice. Dude, I see that all the time now that you talked about that in chat.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
We got boycott Pizza Hut is trending right now. What's this about?
Oh boy.
Let's see. Oh, this is Israel probably getting a bunch of Pizza Hut. Let's see. Boycott Pizza Hut is trending because terminally online weirdos are still obsessed with a war in the Middle East that's been going on since 1948. Go ahead. Never liked them because find their pizza low quality. Domino's is much better anyway. I mean, all chain places are garbage. Let's be honest with ourselves, dude. I had some really good shit last night from a local shop over here that's made fresh daily. Is what it is. Oh yeah. We support Stand with Israel special edition is what they're saying there for the Pizza Hut thing, which is obviously not the case. They didn't make that fucking box, but yeah, that's what people are talking about boycotting Pizza Hut because it's like, oh, they stand with Israel. Like nobody gives a fuck, dude. Honestly, I can give a shit about either country at this point. So we need to secure our own goddamn borders and be done with it, man. Fuck them all. Huh. I know a snack when I hear one. Let's see, what's a dog snack? That's funny.
Love it.
Yeah, sounds about right though. Okay, can't talk about this one because it definitely gets a channel strike, but it has to do with the good old starts with an H and ends with an ER. Or sorry, starts with a P and ends with an ER. Has an F, an I, and a Z in it. And that's the shit that they've been immune from prosecution over. So there you go.
Bullshit, you mean?
Yeah. Nice little poppity pop in the shoulder there. Oh man, that's going to be a painful hit right there. Yeah. And of course, we got our for one of the guys here in this panel, our nice little Jesus spiders walking on water.
Oh my God, they're evolving. That's straight creepy, dude. Is that for real?
Yeah,
it is.
Nope,
tarantulas will survive that way.
Nope, fuck that.
Yeah, you're
what's even crazier is if you ever get a chance, look up I think it's fire ants during like floods and stuff, because they'll simply find a deal and just like climb up on each other and create like this crazy hive.
Yeah, they'll build a bridge too.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Hold on to one another.
It is fucking nuts.
Dude, ants freak me out because when I was young on the Sci-Fi Channel, they had that movie where these ants would just eat everything in their path. They're like from Africa. And I guess they're real. Like they just ate a moose this guy just shot in like 20 minutes. It's crazy shit, dude. That freaks me out. I can't believe they're like a real thing in Africa. Like they move towns and shit when they like go across the continent or some shit.
Yeah, pretty wild. Pretty wild for sure.
Fuck that. I'm hanging out with the Orkin, man.
There's I guess there's this other one going around too. This guy goes to tailgates and offers people $100 if they like they'll throw up 20, he'll throw up 100 if they can chug a beer faster than him, and like almost nobody can because he'll just like swallow the shit in like one gulp. Fucking wild.
So, he's having a good time because he's getting smashed though while he's doing it.
Yeah, I almost think the whole thing's a come on because there's other things that look like beer. Like you could have like literal apple juice in these fucking cups that you're just swallowing down in one gulp. So I really think he's fucking with people with what it is on multiple fronts there. There's a video going around of that moron Chris Sununu, who is the governor of, I want to say New Hampshire, but I could be wrong about that one. I know he's a governor of some state. And it says, Chris Sununu's face, that moment you realize you backed a crazy bitch, what is she on? Yeah, she's just going fucking nuts. He's like, what? Yeah, you done fucked up, Sununu. On multiple fronts there, bud. So that's on you, my friend.
Oh boy. Now the boy's bringing me dinosaur toys.
People are talking about that E. Jane Carroll woman and her insane shit, like the mouse house that she owns in the fucking woods. So.
Well, yeah, where else are you going to blow, guys?
And how she named her dog like random lady parts and stuff like that. And of course, you got this good old Vice article. High caliber bullet poked at one of the gates outside Guzman's house in Juarez, Maria, Salona. Yeah, literally the entire fucking round, including the casing.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
It's like, that's a hell of a gun, man, if it just shoots everything.
Man, that's some dude right. Photoshopped that who has no clue how guns work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Most of them don't.
Kind of like what's that bitch's name? I know Maxine Waters is one of them, but
Sheila Jackson
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
fucking dumbass bitch.
Jesus. We got 12 hours ago, Ukraine has lost the war and is now sacrificing their women at the altar of the NATO regime. Yeah, they're always showing women training now to go be frontline people.
Yeah, they're only giving them like 17 or 70 hours of training, some shit like that.
Yeah, looks like, honestly, legitimately, half of the stuff these chicks are rolling with look like their PSA ARs and stuff.
Hey man, I can put in some work with a PSA.
Like particularly this one. Where's it at? Right here. Has like Magpul furniture. Looks like a PSA. I don't know what kind of scope that is on there. Yeah, it's just pathetic, dude. They're not bad looking chicks either. Like that's the sad part. Yeah, well, it's like a dot, I think is what it is there. But yeah, it's just fucking pathetic, man. It's like, why?
Because they can.
Yeah, it's just
they're desperate to try to win, which is not, gonna happen.
Well, they put in mentally handicapped people. They pulled anybody who's still pulling like money from their bank account back.
Yep. Yeah, it's all just sad. It's all just really sad situation all the way around.
It's all for rich people's money, and they don't care how many people die.
Nope, as long as the rich get richer and stay rich.
Yes,
and
sir.
Hold on to that power.
And then, of course, we got good old piece of shit himself, Alec Baldwin, finally got indicted on manslaughter charge and rush shooting. As of today. So
yeah, he's like recharged again.
Who knows if that's actually going to stick or not. He'll probably plead down to like some bullshit ass, like fucking 30 days in a little.
Oh, yeah. And he'll give the family or whatever extra cash.
Yeah. Bunch of money and stuff.
He should get the max penalty for it.
Yeah, he should. Okay, I do have to talk about this one because this is just fucking cool. There is now car technology where it is a van that literally has the seat come out for you.
Really?
Yeah. And you just put your feet up on it and it just takes you back in there.
Yeah, no, cool. Thank you. It's cool, but no, thank you.
Yeah, it's cool. Then it becomes fucking Terminator at some point.
Right.
So,
it'd be
Skynet
like
has now taken control.
It'd be like that scene from Too Fast, Too Furious. Ejectocito, cuz pop, and you just get auto ejected out of your fucking car doing 80 miles down the road. Yeah, I don't trust technology, especially in vehicles. Yeah, y'all saw those videos that were coming out of like the northern part of the United States after the Arctic freeze that blew in, where all those Tesla cars were just abandoned at the charging
station. It was a bunch of Teslas in Chicago. Was what it was.
Yeah, because they couldn't charge them.
Yeah.
Nothing
well, batteries don't do good. They don't A, charge well. B, they don't hold the charge in the cold very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yet the government and people like AOC and whoever, everybody needs to have an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You wanted everyone to have it so you can have more control over us. And so you can turn off the button to where it won't charge or
here we go. Tesla drivers in Chicago confront a harsh foe, cold weather. Yeah, why Teslas and other electric vehicles have problems in cold weather. Yeah,
that should be an ad of not to get one.
Yeah, Tesla charging stations become car graveyards as batteries die in the cold. New report says.
I saw a meme today that said, wait until the junkies realize that all these charging stations, they could get the copper from
it. Hey, man, I just got an invite to Duke's chat. You guys want to hop over there?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll finish up here. Anyway, that's pretty much, we're just randomly going through bullshit at this point anyway, so.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the day then.
Hey, wait. So say bye, Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, so next week I will not be doing Buckshot or Freedom Friday because Mom's wake and funeral. So, I don't know about Friday because we're going to have stuff after the funeral, but it's going to be early enough to where I might be able to do next week for Friday. That being said, I might also be emotionally inconsolable at the time, so it all depends if I'm a fucking wreck or not.
You just take care of yourself, brother. I mean, the chat and stuff will be there when you get back.
For sure.
Yeah, you got to take care of yourself right now.
2 weeks from now will be the next set of shows on this channel or whatever then. So,
well, like if you need somebody to talk to, man, I know me and Corey both dropped it in the chat. Like you got us whenever, even if it's just text, man.
Yep.
Anyway, but yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much where I'm at for the day. So, like I said, be back whenever. I might be doing a stream on Leadless Anarchy channel later on for gaming stuff that I want to go over for the game I play because we're doing a new update pretty soon. And we're also starting the next season of the thing in a couple days. Here's what it's going to be. So, I want to discuss all that stuff because it's actually to do a lot with It's actually a huge update, by the way, for this game now. That's like a year and a half in the making, basically, from when I started playing. So it should have been at least 6 months ago. But yeah, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day. Go head over to Duke's channel, check his stuff out. He's a good dude. He's been there for me too as well. I know he said the other day if I ever needed to talk with anybody, talk with him. And if worse comes to worse, he might be finding a guy sleeping on his couch in a couple of months. Here's what it is up in Michigan. So
later, guys. Stay safe. Always carry.
Carry more than what you think you need, guys, because all you get is what you got.
And always give your loved ones a hug and a kiss, because you never know if today's going to be your last day with them.
Amen, brother.
Later, y'all.